What's up everyone? So the last time I uploaded 2 videos in a week was in September, I think. I actually uploaded 2 videos in a day, which was pretty unprecedented for my channel. This is a once in a blue moon type week, so be sure to hit the like button for some good luck. Also, I don't play multiplayer that much, as you all may know, but it is faster to record than campaign gameplay, and it seems like a lot of you enjoyed it when I had multiplayer gameplay a couple of videos ago, so yeah, let's get right into it. So I've been noticing certain comments being left on my videos telling me that my analysis of the female Twitch streamer and just females on the internet are totally wrong, and that I'm blaming the wrong group of people. Now, Twitch was originally supposed to be a platform for people to watch their favorite video games being played by people who are incredibly good at it. That was the initial vision of the company, but these days it has been infiltrated by e-girls, which isn't a problem if these women were trying to make an honest dollar, you know, providing actual entertainment, maybe playing video games and not looking like a complete degenerate while doing so. The main objective of this video is to look at whether or not certain female Twitch streamers deserve respect, because I've gotten quite a few comments and emails from people who believe that it is wrong of me to come out and shame the quote-unquote work that some of these women do. Saying that it's easy to be a woman on the internet is now considered to be misogyny. If you don't believe me, there are thousands of tweets on Twitter that say this exact thing. Apparently, e-girls deserve the same amount of recognition and respect as the people who spend their entire day dedicated to making amazing content for their fans. I am a bad person in the eyes of the haters because I'm not bending my knee and saying that I find it honorable that a lot of women on Twitch use their body, use the fact that they are a woman to coerce their audience into giving them money. What we're gonna do is to start off by looking at a couple of very infamous clips from female streamers begging for money, and that is going to help us transition into the main video for today, so let's jump right into it.
But a sub is $5. At maximum, in whatever your currency is, it's maybe $10. And it doesn't matter how broke you are, if you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly.
First of all, there's no correlation between not having money and watching Twitch. There is no relationship between either. Are poor people not allowed to entertain themselves? Do you expect them to work 24 hours a day? Maybe they're watching her stream right before they go to bed. Maybe they're watching her stream while they're taking a shit. $5 for some people, and I know it might be hard for a caked up doll like her who hasn't actually experienced the struggles of life to understand. $5 could be the cost of somebody's lunch for that day. For people in certain other countries, they can literally buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner and have a feast with just $5.
If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy.
She is a 30-year-old who surrounds herself with a bunch of stuffed animals talking to a camera. It's ironic that she tells people who take the time out of their day to check out her shitty content and tell them to get to work, all while boasting about her so-called entertaining content. Let's decide whether or not her streams are in fact entertaining. So let's be the judge of this. Let's take a look at this clip.
A gate. Can't go over it, can't go under it, can't go around it.
The fact that anybody actually takes time out of their day to watch this should be enough validation for this woman. She should be thankful that people find this mediocre content to be interesting to watch. And let me tell you, mediocre is a stretch. I would rather walk outside with a ruler and measure each blade of grass in my backyard than watch this garbage.
I haven't got a donation or a sub for an hour. What the for an hour?
So this is reason one of why I don't respect a lot of these female streamers. They have an inflated sense of self-worth. They think they're so amazing at what they do that they deserve, that they are entitled to stick their hands in my pocket and take my money. For them, it isn't enough to know that they've built a community of dedicated followers, right? For them, each and every person that views their content is a person they can exploit. Remember, these people aren't coming on stream because they actually want to interact with their viewers like they will have you you believe. Let's take a look at the about page of the first streamer that we saw, and let's compare it with what we heard her say to her viewers. Hey, I am without a doubt the most effervescent person you'll ever meet. I like to chat, sing, play ukulele, cosplay, and even play games every once in a while. I want you to be a part of my community and to find a feeling of love, belonging, and support. It is no less than you deserve. Enjoy your stay in the blanket fort, even if you can't keep both hands on the keyboard. First and foremost, I wonder what she means with that final sentence. Maybe I just have a dirty mind, but let's forget about that. Notice how she makes it seem like she actually cares about her community. Let me repeat it and say it loud and clear. I want you to be a part of my community and to find a feeling of love, belonging, and support. If she was being honest and not just a two-faced liar, she would have reworded that sentence to say, I want you to be a part of my community for the sole purposes of wanting you to financially support me. Now, I went on a Twitch midday. This wasn't even at nighttime because let me tell you, things get crazy. They get wild during the night. I went onto the just chatting page at like 4 p.m. and I clicked on the first woman that I saw, and within 3 seconds, this is what happened. I obviously have to blur the photo, but you cannot expect me to respect this. The only thing I can say is that this chick is finessing her way into getting the bag by doing absolutely nothing. She is smart, a true marketing genius, I'll give her that. After seeing this, you can't tell me that waking up and putting on some revealing clothing is hard work. I should not be considered a disrespectful, hateful person for stating a fact. I challenge you guys after watching this video to go onto Twitch just chatting, and you'll see that about 97% of the women on here show some cleave, or they're wearing spandex pretending to do a workout stream, but it's basically an excuse for them to just bend over in front of the camera. Or there's a third type of e-girl who just sits there and stares at the camera trying to look pretty, and they say like 3 words a minute, and the haters want me to sit here and admire this. There are no redeeming qualities here for me to look at except for that rack. I can't say, wow, they put in their hard work into producing something of quality. You don't get my respect for hitting the genetic lottery by being hot. Now that brings us to the main evidence for today. This clip went semi-viral on Twitter, viral enough for me to know about it, and I'm barely on that site. These e-girls are evolving at an astounding pace. Every few hours that pass by and a new strain of an e-girl comes to life, and I've caught this one in 4K Ultra HD. You are not fooling anyone. Now, this idiot decided to have music in the background, so I can't give you guys the original audio, but I have done quite a decent impression of her. I'm gonna show you guys the clip, and it is voiced over by me, and everything I'm about to say is exactly word for word what she said in the original audio, so here it is. If you can't afford to subscribe to my channel, leave. I hate you guys. Stop sending 1 bit. If you can't afford to subscribe, leave. You can't afford my channel. I cannot believe that someone can hear themselves talk like that and not want to get a voice box transplant. That was hard to listen to. I cannot understand how she can tolerate the sound of her own voice. But basically, she was on stream shaming her viewers for not donating enough money to her. She was saying that the chat moderators should ban anyone that wasn't donating enough. She was calling people poor and just being a fucking irritating person. I would have clicked off the stream if I was watching that live. I don't know how any man could sit there and watch a woman talk like this to him, but the catch is she was apparently trolling. This was supposed to be a joke according to her and her followers, but you already know I've invested in the Ultra HD 4K camera. We're out here documenting all the lies. When I was a kid, like 10, 11 years old, I would get cash presents for my birthday from my family friends, and I would have to pretend like I didn't want their money because my parents were standing next to me, but deep down I wanted that money so bad. I could buy a new video game or whatever else my 11-year-old heart desired. In a similar way, this woman is acting like she's joking about shaming her viewers and demanding money, but we all know deep down inside, she wants that money. She wants them to donate more. She's wearing her insecurities on her sleeve, and someone mentioned that she had a little too much to drink. I can't confirm whether or not it's true, but if it is true, then people usually like to share their true feelings when they got that alk in their system. I know that in her heart, she wants wants her viewers to give her more money, but she's passing it off as a joke. This looks to be a new strategy that the female Twitch streamers are trying to use. They're getting more creative by the day. First, it was blatantly being delusional and demanding money. Now it's fake pretending like you want money. That way, when the angry mob comes after you, you can say it was a joke, when in reality, we all know that you're not kidding. What are they gonna come up with next? All e-girls are the same. They're all built from some variation of the Pokimane and Alinity cookie cutter. At the end of the day, a vast majority of them don't care about their viewers. Not all of them, but most of them. That's why they flock to Twitch. You can make easy money with minimal effort, granted that you're not a man, which brings me to my final point. If there's no demand, we would not be having any supply. Basic economics 101, if we didn't have guys who are easily tricked into feeling some sort of exclusivity by donating to these girls and watching their content, and I'm using content very loosely, we wouldn't have e-girls at all and society would be perfect. The psychology of the simp is quite complex. It's not like by donating $5, you're gonna be able to go to their house and have a session in their master bedroom. I guess when they donate $5 and the e-girl on the other side of the screen acknowledges that, the blood from the simp's head just rushes to their cock. That is my only explanation. The simp and e-girl problem is an infinite-headed beast that is impossible to stop at this point. The only thing we as the heroes of society can do is to ridicule this to the point where they go into hiding, and we won't have people going on social media forcing everyone to respect this type of behavior. So that's all I have for today. I'm actually very happy with the way that this video turned out. I didn't mention certain other things. I wanted to keep it a little short, or else this video would have been like 30 minutes long, but next time another e-girl does something crazy, I'll be sure to include some of the things I didn't get to mention. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe, and of course, please do hit the like button if you haven't already. Please be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Calling.